from Volume 1 of the Sumerian Doctrine, on the topic of fear. Fear is our finest weapon. To execute all inspires rage. To execute only one inspires fear. The weapon of fear maintains its fine edge when the living tell the tale. Take the soul of your target and inspire fear in your enemies with the knowledge that regardless of power, location, and planning, they are vulnerable. The great error of taking many in pursuit of the one manifests in the rage of your enemies by clouding the identity of the intended target and stripping the artistry from the deed. An enraged enemy is emboldened, while an enemy in fear may be controlled.
Welcome, dear viewers, to CouchWarrior TV on YouTube. I am the CouchWarrior, and you are watching Arcana, a Skyrim Let's Play. Welcome, everyone, to Chapter 6, Part 8. When last we left off, we had wrapped up our assassination mission for Muri, having collected the money on our contract, as well as a ring from her that provides some benefits for alchemy. We then moved on to a conversation with Calselmo and the infiltration of his study and the theft of his research. We have now left Markarth, and we are bound for the Falkreath Sanctuary of the Dark Brotherhood. Our objective now is to go back and talk to Astrid, let her know that our contract is complete, and receive instructions for our next contract. If you remember when we were in Markarth, we took the opportunity. Oh, look at this. It's a thief. And a thief not affiliated with a guild. This is something that needs to be dealt with, and we are exactly the right people to do it. Alright, so we're going to approach in stealth mode. We're going to go to dagger and bound weapon. Now he's just over this rise, so we're going to try to stay just below the edge of this rise until we're sure we have surprise and the perfect shot opportunity. The intent of this individual is obvious. And Fleet would feel obligated by the Thieves Guild, his association with the Thieves Guild, to eliminate what is equivalent to an unsanctioned thief. So we are going to do that. There are probably other members of the Thieves Guild who would have had a discussion or tried to threaten this person. That's not how we handle issues like this. Alright, so we will take what we can, leave the body there as a message, and head back to our trusty steed. So yes, we are on our way back to the Dark Brotherhood. One of the things that Fleet is going to be doing a lot of with everything that's happened is really trying to evaluate what his options are, what his next move is from within the Dark Brotherhood. Part of that is really focusing on the members of the Falkreath Sanctuary and, trying to draw some conclusions about who these folks are, what it is that motivates them, and whether or not they are people who could be converted or who could be relied upon for something in the long term. Fleet is thinking about the future of the sanctuary, and in his mind, he sees change coming, and he feels like he is going to be the driver for this change. Now, the only thing that he has to substantiate this fact is his own personal experience and his own personal feelings about what his role is within the Dark Brotherhood. So, really, it's kind of taking a look at who these members are. The first one is Astrid. Astrid is obviously extremely skilled. She's a good leader. I've not heard anyone inside the Brotherhood really questioning her leadership, per se. But we have heard divisions within the Dark Brotherhood regarding the direction of the organization. Oh, look at these. Are these Thalmor? I don't know. They're not pursuing me any further, so I think I'm just going to ignore them. Ah, forgot about those traps in the road. So Astrid is really a question mark. She's obviously a good leader and a skilled assassin, but she's from what Fleet would consider to be the new guard, a new way of looking at what the objectives of the Dark Brotherhood are. And his sense would be that she is that way because she doesn't know any better. So when thinking about whether or not Astrid would be capable of getting on board with something new, I think the jury is still out for him on that. He has not written her off. But her husband, on the other hand, he has written off completely. He believes him to be sort of a thug who doesn't fit, and a person who is just sort of there by default because he happens to be married to the speaker. So as you can imagine, Fleet would have very little respect for him within the organization. All right, we are drawing near. So at this point, what we're really concerned about is just getting back to kind of complete our missions, sort of put a fork in this thing and move on to the next opportunity. But Fleet is always going to relish these opportunities to get back to the sanctuary. He spends most of his time in the field, and Fleet is the sort of person who would have very little respect for people who aren't in the field. People who are in the safety of the sanctuary, I think he would view as people who aren't doing the work of the Brotherhood. So getting back to the sanctuary, sizing up what's going on, kind of reconnecting with the members that are there and finding out what they are doing is going to be important to him. Because he feels as though he is obligated to sort of keep track of these people and try to figure out where their loyalties lie. He has a long-range plan, and he's not convinced anyone else does. So, in that sense, he's a bit of a zealot. So let's check it out. There she is. Sit down like we own the place.
Ah, you're back. So, how went your first real contract? A bit more exciting than what Nazir's been offering, I'd wager?
Let's remain silent.
Very well. I respect your discretion. Now, I need your assistance with a matter of a more personal nature.
Is something wrong?
It's Cicero. Ever since he arrived, his behavior's been... well, erratic would be an understatement. I do believe he is truly mad, but it's worse than that. He's taken to locking himself in the Night Mother's chamber and talking to someone in hushed but frantic tones. Who is he speaking with? What are they planning? I fear treachery.
Remain
must
silent
understand.
again.
If Cicero is turning the others against me, against us, our family would not survive such division.
What do you want me to do?
Dear brother, I need you to steal into that chamber and eavesdrop on their meeting. It'll be no use clinging to the shadows. They'll see you for sure. No, you need a hiding place. Somewhere they'd never think to look. Like inside the Night Mother's coffin.
That seems
Be
disrespectful.
that as it may, we have no other choice. You need to remain unseen. Now go, before they meet, and report back to me with whatever you learn.
Fleet is not going to like being drawn into Astrid's scheme here, especially the way that she wants it to play out with him hiding in the coffin.
I don't believe so.
Is there anything else
But
I
I'll
should
be
know?
able to instruct you further after you've returned from the chamber. It depends on what you learn. And make haste. You must be in place before Cicero and his ally arrive. They could be planning another meeting any time. Go, quickly. Hide in the coffin.
All right. It would seem that we have to do this.
Before Cicero and the traitor meet.
All right, let's do it.
Why are you still standing there? Hurry, before the meeting begins.
I'm moving. At this point, Fleet is following orders from Astrid because she is his superior, and he still has respect for her as an assassin. He disagrees with her on many levels, but she outranks him, and he is going to be, cognizant of that. He's going to respect that, so he's going to do what she asks at this point. This door is locked. We're going to have to go around the other way. There is her husband, Arnbjorn. He is definitely one that Fleet would want to do away with. Alright. If we're going to do this, we're going to at least try to do it as respectfully as we possibly can. So I think to start with, he'd pay homage. Say a little prayer, perhaps an apology in advance. We're going to unlock this puppy. All right, here we go. This is going to be a unique opportunity for us to also try to learn more about what makes Cicero tick, because he is obviously one that we have to evaluate as well.
Are we alone? Yes. Yes! Alone! Sweet solitude! No one will hear us, disturb us. Everything is going according to plan. The others, I've spoken to them, and they're coming around, I know it. The wizard Festus Crex, perhaps even the Argonian, and the Unchild. What about you? Have you spoken to anyone? No? No, of course not. I do the talking, the stalking, the seeing, and the saying. And what do? Nothing! Not that I'm angry. No, never. Cicero understands. Cicero always understands. And obeys. You will talk when you're ready, won't you? Won't you? Sweet night, Mother.
Poor Cicero, dear Cicero, such a humble servant, but he will never hear my voice, for he is not the listener.
Oh, but how can I defend you? How can I exert your will if you will not speak to anyone?
Oh, but I will speak. I will speak to you, for you are the one. Yes, you. You who shares my iron tomb, who warms my ancient bones. I give you this task. Journey to Wallen Road. Speak with Armand Mortier.
Poor Cicero has failed you. Poor Cicero is sorry, sweet mother. I've tried so very hard, but I just can't find the listener.
Tell Cicero the time has come. Tell him the words he has been waiting for all these years. Darkness rises when silence dies.
What? What treachery? Defiler! Debaser and defiler! You have violated the sanctity of the Night Mother's coffin! Explain yourself! Speak, worm!
The Night Mother spoke to me. She said I'm the one.
Spoke to you? More treachery. More trickery and deceit! You lie! The Night Mother speaks only to the listener! And there is no listener!
Wait. She said to tell you, darkness rises when silence dies.
She said that. She said those words. To you. Darkness rises when silence dies. But those are the words, the binding words, written in the keeping tomes. The signal so I would know. Mother's only way of talking to sweet Cicero. Then, it's true. She's back. Our Lady is back. She has chosen a listener. She has chosen you. All hail the listener.
By Sithis, this ends now. Back away, fool. Whatever you've been planning is over.
Are you all right? I heard the commotion. Who was Cicero talking to? Where's the accomplice?
Reveal yourself, traitor.
I spoke only to the Night Mother. I spoke to the Night Mother, but she didn't speak to me. Oh, no! She spoke only to him, to the listener.
What? The listener? What are you going on about? What is this lunacy?
It's true! It's true! The Night Mother has spoken. The silence has been broken. The listener has been chosen.
When I heard Cicero screaming, I knew you'd been discovered. I feared the worst. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm
Then
fine.
what in Sithis' name is going on? Cicero spoke to the Night Mother, but she spoke to you? Is this just more of the fool's rambling?
It's true, the Night Mother spoke to me. She said I was the one.
What? So Cicero wasn't talking to anyone else? Just the Night Mother's body? And the Night Mother who, according to everything we know, will only speak to the person chosen as listener, just spoke. Right now. To you?
Yes.
By Sithis. And? What did she say?
I must speak to someone named Amand Motier in Volenrud.
Amand Motier? I have no idea who that is. But Volenrud, that I have heard of. And I know where it is.
So should I go to Volenrud? Or should I talk to this man?
No. No. Listen, I don't know what's going on here, but you take your orders from me. Are we clear on that? The Night Mother may have spoken to you, but I am still the leader of this family. I will not have my authority so easily dismissed. I need time to think about all this. Go see Nazir. Do some work for him. I'll find you when I'm ready to discuss the matter further.
Brothers and sisters, revelations abound. Not only have we just learned that we are the listener, that all the things we've been thinking all along are in fact true,
Oh, you are the listener! You are the listener! I have served Mother well.
but we've
I
also
have.
established that Fleet and Cicero are working towards some of the same goals, although they're doing it in different ways.
The Night Mother speaks to you, guides you on your path. But when the Night Mother speaks, the listener must obey. You must, for her word is the will of Sithis, and Sithis is the Dark Brotherhood incarnate. Surely you're pulling Cicero's leg. Wait. The listener is serious. Oh. Well, of course the Night Mother will speak to you again. She might speak now, or later, or... I don't know. But speak she will. The Night Mother is part of you now. You get to hear voices inside your head. The rest of us should be so lucky.
All right. So what does it all mean, ladies and gentlemen? Well,
Excited? Oh, you should be. Things are
we are about to
finally
find
looking up.
out. We have to go talk to Nazir first. This is definitely sort of a conflict moment for Fleet. He has just discovered he's the listener. There is a sort of an undeniable event that has taken place now that has confirmed everything in concrete terms that he has believed all along. And he has been ordered by the Night Mother to perform a task, and he has been ordered by Astrid not to perform it. So this is a conflict moment.
Will there ever come a time when the people of Skyrim no longer need our services? I think not.
Nazir is worthy of consideration.
Death, my friend.
He's never expressed an interest in the spiritual side of what goes on with the Dark Brotherhood that I've seen, but he's obviously a very, very competent assassin and has leadership qualities, so he's somebody that we would be interested in keeping an eye on.
And another that should prove quite
Cicero's plan was to really
Your first target is
find
an
those
orc
people
bard
who are
named
loyal to the
Lurker.
Night Mother, loyal to the
The other
old
is a
way, and turn them
vampire
against
by the name of
Astrid.
Hern.
And by doing so, by revealing that to the Night Mother with us in hiding, we were able to sort of determine who the loyalists
vampire
are, or to
and is
confirm
blended into
who we
human
thought the
society for
loyalists
years.
were. We already
Never
knew
far from his female
that
companion, Hurt,
Festus
also a vampire.
was on that
The
list.
contract is for the
But to
male
learn
Hurt,
that
but you'll
to learn
probably
that
have to
Babette
contend with
is on the
female.
list, and possibly
So
the
for
Argonian,
Sithis' sake,
that's
watch
extremely good information. So that is going to
He is
help
by
our
all
cause
accounts
and
the
our mission
worst
going
bard
forward.
in all of Skyrim. Apparently, so many people sought his death, Astrid had to hold a lottery to determine the client.
Okay.
Good luck.
2 new contracts.
And try not to get yourself killed.
Kill a bard. We're going to kill a vampire. But before we do that, we have other pressing and important tasks that we have to take care of. Now that we know we're the listener, we know that all the effort and the agony that we've been putting into some of these decisions about what our next move was, what our gut was telling us was true.
You like creeping round in the shadows? Magical work just as good there as anywhere else. Until next time, brother.
Brother. Walk always in the shadow of sickness.
My creator gave me a valuable piece of advice. Arnbjorn, he said, never lose, and I never do.
I think one of the more important things that Fleet will do at this point is establish for himself a base of operations. At this point, we can see the impending civil war within the organization, and we are in a position where we need to sort of
Not now.
cement our
I'm
position
ready to
and
discuss
prepare
these.
for what's coming. And what that would suggest to Fleet is that he needs to prepare a base of operations from which to work from if there is a split, so that when the split comes, he has a place to work from, a secure location, with the assumption that he is going to be banned or blocked from coming back down into the sanctuary if it's sort of like full-scale revolution. That's the way that he would be thinking at this point. So, that is what is on the agenda for our next episode, brothers and sisters. And in addition to that, our next episode will mark part 1 of Chapter 7. We are starting a new chapter in the next episode. Should be interesting to see how these conflicts play out. The 2 missions that we have to perform will be fairly rapid. We'll take care of some other stuff, and then we'll head back to the sanctuary here to see how this whole thing plays out. But for now, we have reached the end of another episode, and I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the journey with me. And until next time, may all that you do be swift, quiet, and deadly. And to all Skyrim assassins, I salute you. Silence is our battle cry.
Points for creativity, if nothing else.
Don't forget that I am Shadow Scale. I was, quite literally, born to kill.
You've been watching Aranis Arcana, a Skyrim Let's Play. If you liked this video, please rate, like, and subscribe. For more information on this and other CouchWarrior broadcasts, visit me on the web at www.couchwarrior.tv.